The name's Cosmic Writings. Jupiter Cosmic Writings. Gonna put these back on because I literally cannot see without them. I've been waiting an embarrassingly long time to do this. If you were on my original channel, Fandom Void, you might remember that I kept flip-flopping between doing this at 1,000 and 500 subscribers. Originally it was 1,000 because it was this big milestone and I wanted to do something huge to commemorate it, like a face reveal, but then I got super excited and switched to 500 because I couldn't wait that long. But then I switched back to 1,000 because I'd regressed in self-confidence and it kept going back and forth. Honestly, I was never going to reach 1,000 subscribers on my old channel. I don't know what I did to anger the YouTube gods so much, but none of my videos did well when at the mercy of the algorithm. People who had been on YouTube half as long as me were growing twice as fast, and I was putting so much stock into the numbers and the differences between them, and it just made me really bitter. But I've been working to change my outlook on that, and now I don't really care. Is it possible that this is going to get 1 view, and that 1 view comes from me watching it accidentally? Yeah, but I'm doing this for me. For so long, I'd been avoiding doing a face reveal because I didn't like who was in the mirror, and I didn't want that face associated with the channel that was ultimately a form of escape. And that's not to say that I've now fixed everything and no longer have any insecurities, but I'm working on it, and I've decided that I'm not going to keep waiting around for the perfect face to do this. I've also been working to decrease my anxiety, and the main goal with that is to do things that scare me or that I've wanted to do for a really long time but have been pushing off. Like, when I was in middle school, I wanted to be a YouTuber so bad that I'd just roleplay as one. But that dream kind of faded out after a while because I thought that I was dry and boring and not funny. But planning out vlogs and videos that I could make after doing this face reveal has been some of the most fun that I've had in a really long time, which I think is proof enough that I have to do this if just for my personal satisfaction. And I guess that brings me to the other thing I wanted to address, which is why I've been away for so long if I want to be a YouTuber as much as I say, you know? So back in 2023, when I'd initially planned to do my face reveal, I was obsessed with this app. I'd spend so many hours just editing or talking with my friends, because I had a lot of online friends at that time, or really just doom scrolling through my subscription tab. And the conversations I had with my online friends were great, don't get me wrong, but the other side of the coin was there's so much drama on this app, and I was determined to stay up to date on all of it. I ended up building my life around the editing community, which is about as healthy as it sounds. Like, when things finally imploded in 2024, I had several crash outs that I publicized much more than I should have, but I didn't know how to handle things maturely because of the way that I had built my life around this app. Then, about a year ago, I quit my main channel, which was then called 𝚤𝚤𝚗𝚐, and moved here full-time. Cosmic Writings doesn't have the same constant inflow of content that 𝚤𝚤𝚗𝚐 did, which was probably good for me because by then editing was less of a hobby and more of a job, but it was also bad because it gave me less reason to be here. Not to mention, I lost most of my online friends, and for the few I still had, it felt like everybody had somebody that they preferred to me, a #1 person. But at the same time, once I stopped spending so much time online and started spending more time offline, I really learned the value of investing into my own life. I got a job, I learned to drive, I took more challenging classes in school, I built better connections with my friends, I started playing Dungeons & Dragons, and I began to take writing more seriously. It's not perfect, but it has value that it didn't before, and as a result, I no longer needed YouTube as a crutch. Really, it was a reversal of what drew me to YouTube in the first place that pushed me away. However, for better or for worse, I found this app at a time when I really needed to win, and I forever bonded a part of myself to it in joining. And I do miss it. I was never going to be the editor who unceremoniously quit or vanished without a trace, but I'm not the scared little kid who started Chaos Magic POVs back in the day either, and I have to find a new balance of content that reflects who I am now, which brings me to the why now of this face reveal, as it were. While this is first and foremost a writing channel, and I do plan to start sharing more than what I have in the past, I'm also going to be mixing in a bunch of other content as well. Book reviews, vlogs, video essays, skits, maybe even some cosplay. Cosplay is something that's interested me for a very long time, and I really want to start doing it myself. I know that I've yapped for too long and that this video doesn't look professional, but I'm finally ready to jump into a new chapter in my YouTube life, one that's been, in the wise words of Taylor Swift, a long time coming. So, once again, just because it's so much fun to say, hi, I'm Jupiter, and you're watching Cosmic Writings.